Hello, guys. This is going to be one of the much longer videos that we are going to be talking about. And I'm trying, I actually went back and listened to some of my videos, and I think it's a problem with the mobile phone, maybe, where some of the things, or else rather, some of the words that I say and how they come out and get recorded. Um, Tends to be sometimes a little bit not that great, and so because of that I'm trying to maintain a tone and keep articulating all the letters and words as best as I can, and I hope it comes out a little bit crisp and easy to listen. I know I don't have a good sounding voice that would ease you into sleep or keep you awake, but rather one that is a little bit scratchy. Maybe that's God's way of getting back at me. Anyways, so what are we going to be talking about? What's going to be the theme? So this is going to be a themed video, so we'll try our best to stick to one theme or topic and then discuss that particular theme and topic at large. So yeah. So today what I was talking about is the one of the videos that I posted earlier was regarding, it was a short video. It was regarding the incentive of truth. All right, yeah, okay. So the incentive of doing good, sorry, my bad. The incentive of doing good. So what does that mean? What did I try to mean? So anyone who didn't listen to that video, I'll give you a brief breakdown of what I was talking about. So it is basically the notion that anything that can be categorized as either fantastical, magical, or unexplainable through science in any meaningful way, any acts and any instances and any scenarios that require a certain leap of faith, a certain leap of belief, all right, those things, all right, for a third person may be viewed as magical or fantastical. So anyhow, any of those scenarios, when it is from the book that you subscribe to, you understand that it comes through some sort of a divine intervention, some sort of a, there's always some sort of a approval, a higher recognition for whatever happens. But when the same thing is present in a different faith that you do not prescribe to, that you do not uh, accept, all right, you say, okay, that cannot happen, that's just bullshit, that's just people making shit up, all right. So that hypocrisy, where you have all the reasons why your one is true, but somehow the same type of scenarios, the same caliber of fantastical and mystical magical stuff that happen in other books and in other faiths are somehow either done by the devil or influenced by black magic or whatever the fuck it is, right? You have 101 reasons why that is not divine, and you have million and one reasons why yours is the true one, is the correct one, all right. So the same way that you do this, the others also do it to you. So this is a sort of a double standard where the rules do apply, but they apply only to others, whereas your stories are exempted out of these rules. So I aptly named the video "Rules for Thee, Not for Me." All right. So that's what I was talking about, and in that I came to the conclusion as to like how, you know like how sort of like, rather than a leap of faith, they're actually taking a leap of common sense. Alright, they're forgetting that something called common sense existed, and they just go into it. Alright, and then after that video I then came up with another video which was about the incentive of doing good. So there what I discussed was about how when you do good by the book that you prescribe to, by the religion that you prescribe to, all right, it is rewarded by letting you attain heaven or whatever it is that you believe. All right, whatever good higher place that you believe in your faith. All right, so if you live by your book, if you live by the rules and regulations placed by your religious heads and whoever it is, saints, uh, yogis, whatever it is, if you have lived an honest and righteous life by that particular set of rules, you get to enjoy heaven. And another person who has done the same things that you did, and the only thing that he lacks or she lacks is that she does not or he does not prescribe to your religion or believe in your faith or believe in your morality, is somehow either sent to hell because they don't believe in your God, or is not allowed to enter heaven, like sent to limbo or something. All right, so both people from both camps are doing the exact same thing, are sacrificing the exact same things to be sacrificed, are doing those things with the expectation of one, doing good to others and being a kind person, and two, to attain heaven or a better place. And yet only one person is given that chance, and that too is only because they believe in it rather than them actually doing something that benefits the society. So the incentive is not placed on being a good person, a moral person, but rather the incentive is placed on being right, being correct. So it's a gamble. It's a sort of a, it's a it's a toss of a coin. Nobody, no one in this life, I don't think, gets a chance, to choose to which family I'll be born to choose which religion I'll be born to choose what ethnicity, what culture, what country, what region I'll be born to, what type of skin color and texture I'll have. Okay, we don't get to choose. We don't have that character customization menu when we come to this world. So it is unfair to expect that level of a commitment from someone, that level of a jump and leap of faith from someone who doesn't have any valuable or credible reason as to why they should do that. So that was the second video that I uploaded today, and that was also up, I think, named the incentive of being morally good. So elaborating on that, and the previous video that I did, short video that I did, I want to talk about goodness. What does morally good, or else what does it mean to be good? Okay, so one thing that I actually would appreciate if the listener can do is that if you can, for a moment, all right, for a moment, jump out of yourself and review yourself in all honesty. Okay, as honest as you can. You should be able to answer my questions and come to a conclusion that shocks you. You should. But if it does not shock you, or else if you have a rationale that gives you comfort even if you are shocked, then that means you're doing something wrong. And I'll explain why that is too. Okay. So The thing is, when we talk about good, right, when we talk about doing the right thing, when we talk about being just, okay, when we talk about being an example for others, when we talk about being sympathetic, empathetic, when we talk about these things, what we commonly mean is that you will not harm me and I will not harm you. Basically, that is what you're talking about. All right. So, by sympathy, by empathy, what do you expect? You expect that you will treat me with an extreme version of care because I am hurt right now. So, as to say, you wouldn't use this hurt against me and take advantage of me at this moment. You will protect me. Just like you will not like someone else to do to you. Basically, what Jesus said, which was, don't do unto others that which you do not want to be done to yourself. Okay, so you don't like being pinched because it hurts you, so don't try to pinch others because it hurts them. Same vibe. All right. So that is somewhat good. Okay, that is you literally just existing being good. Okay, now the next part, or else the extension of it, will be that you will go above and beyond to do good to others. Okay, so one scenario is where you just stay at home, you don't bother anyone, and no one bothers you. So that is you being good, because you're not a nuisance to anyone, you're not a problem to anyone, you're not putting anyone at danger by doing that. Then the second scenario that I just said was that you go out, you dress, you go out, and you tell yourself, I'm going to help someone today and I'm not going to get anything in return, because I just want to be good. I just want to be a good person. I want to set an example for my children, and I want someone who is in a bad spot in their life today to feel good just because of me, and therefore I'm heading out. So there is you being active in being good. All right. So the previous instance, you're just stagnant. You're good. You're not hurting anyone. You're not doing anything, but you're not moving beyond your comfort zone. The second instance is where you move beyond your comfort zone and you go out and you try to interact with people and try to help them in whatever way you can. Okay, so those are the two scenarios that you can be, and the same two scenarios can happen if you're evil also. You can be evil, you can stay at home, you don't do anything to others and nobody does anything to you. But then the second version of that evilness would be you go out in search of violence, like bro woke up and what you call there's a meme. It was yeah, bro woke up and chose violence, something like that. Right, you just got up to have a fight, no other reason. Okay, so for both good and evil you can have those scenarios, but let's just stick to being good. All right, so that is, you're doing good without any expectation. You don't expect anything to come out of it. Okay, it is not that you choose to help someone because you know that person will be able to help you if you're in need one day. If that is what you have, or that is your motivation going into helping a person, then you're not actually helping the person, you're just helping yourself. That is just being selfish. That is just being an opportunist, rather than actually helping someone, rather than being hopeful, rather than bringing light to someone's life. Okay, but believe me, whatever you do, it will be the best thing that happened to that person on that day. All right, in their eyes you will be a hero on for that moment, but in all honesty, you cannot think yourself that you did a good job, that you did something good, that you did something right, because you did it with the expectation of something in return. Okay, I think you may be getting the vibe where I'm going at. But so that is the basic understanding. So in my understanding, if someone is genuinely good, all right, if someone is genuinely good, I should bring in the understand, or else uh, the I cannot remember the exact quote, but it was said by Sir Jordan Peterson, all right, and that was that if you're doing good, or else yeah, if you're not being violent, and you are naturally, like from your birth, right, you were never a violent person, then you not being violent is not a virtue. Okay, so what does that mean, and how does it relate to being good? Okay, so what he's trying to say is that imagine that you're a house cat. Okay, so you get cat food, all right, you get cat food, but still it is in your being to go out and hunt insects, squirrels, rats, whatever it is, because you're omnivore. Okay, you can eat anything, and as a cat it is expected that you will be able to hunt, it is expected that you will be able to kill, all right, because you are a cat, because it is in your nature to do so. Okay, now can anyone judge the cat for killing and eating a rat or a mice? All right, can we judge the cat based on that? Can we say that the cat is violent, or that the cat is not morally correct, morally just? We can't do so. Why can't we do so? Because it is natural for the cat to be so. That is a natural order of things. That is how the ancestors of this cat have survived and have come up to this point. Okay, they have to hunt. They have the killer instincts in them. They have the weapons built into them. They have their guts and their brain chemistry and their hormones and their instincts and everything, from the cells itself, from the DNA itself. It is hardwired into them as to how they should, you know, go about their life. So even if they have another source of food, they still have the instinct to kill. All right, now so that is natural for the cat. All right, now imagine for this moment a cat who is who is raised in a house. There are two cats who are raised in a house, and they both get food, and one cat still goes out to hunt and the other cat do not. All right, now you can say that one cat is violent but the other one is not. All right, because you have two of the exact same animal being raised in the same house, given the same opportunities, where they both get to eat without the need to hunt. Yet one person still bows down to their own instinct, their natural call, alright, to go out and be violent. But the other fights it and avoids it. Now, being good is a virtue for those two cats, and only one of them seem to possess it, and that is the one who is abstaining from killing and eating, because his needs are satiated, his needs are met, and he has no need to go out and kill just for the sake of killing, even if it is built into him to go and do so. Okay, now how does this scenario relate to us? So imagine that you are a good person, you want to be a good person, you want to expand and explore in your ability to do good, you want to be someone who's this meritorious person who has a lot of money, who gives it out to all the poor, right? You want to do all these things, but question it backwards. Why do you want to do it? Why do you want to do it? You ask this question about 5 or 6 times back, and it should come to a point where the reason is something that you are expecting. All right. Now, if it comes back and you can honestly tell yourself that I do not expect anything in return, okay, remember the word anything in return. I do not want anything in return for the good that I am doing. Okay, if that is honestly your answer, stick till the end of this video. But if it is not the answer, and if you do expect something, all right, if you do expect something, then you guys who understand that and who have come to the conclusion, yes, I do expect something, then you have done a correct analysis of yourself. Because everybody who thinks that, no, actually I don't want anything in return, yeah, I'm telling the truth, no, honest to God, I don't want anything in return. If that is actually your answer, you are fucking liars. You set, the set of you, right? The whole pack of you are lined through your teeth. Okay, because let me tell you, I know for a fact that everybody who's going to be watching this video, majority of you are going to be believers of whatever religions that you come from whatever corners of this planet that you come from. You will be believing in some sort of religion, whatever it is. Then the incentive or else the call to do good is taught to you, is ingrained in you by this religious institution. And then your parents, who also subscribe to the same faith as you, instill more and more of that ideology. And then the last expectation that is given to you is, if you do good, your God will bless you, and one day when you die, you will go to a better place. That is the only reason, right? That is the main reason why whatever the good that you do. Okay, and for those who said, yeah, there is a reason, then that is the reason. Now this, everybody who's watching this video who got divided on that point are now all united again. Why? We all expect something. There's no one on this fucking planet that can open their mouth and actually say, no, I do not expect anything in return. Because you actually do. You actually do. Okay, even if you do not expect, all right, okay, let me put it like this. Imagine for a second that in the Bible, Jesus says it is important that at least once a day you go to the beach, take a big bucket of water from the sea, and then come to the shore and spill it. It is required, and those who do that will be given a chance to go to heaven, and those who don't will not. All right, now this is the action that will get you into heaven. Okay, now imagine you are just walking down the beach and you see this old man who's trying to go and get a bucket of water, but the sea seems to be a little bit rough, and you're pretty sure that the man will not be able to go and do so. All right, now you know that if you go and help this person get it done, you also get to go to heaven and he also gets to go to heaven. Okay, now imagine the scenario where in one it is stated in the Bible for you to do so, and in another it is not stated in the Bible to do so. Okay, in what scenario will you be helping this person to get a bucket of water from the sea and go up and spill it on the sand? In what version A or version B, will you be able to justify your action? Okay, I'm doing this completely, seriously, without any reason. Okay. So scenario A is where God has said, Jesus has asked you to do so in the Bible, and scenario B, or else version B, will be the scenario where Jesus has not said so in the Bible. Okay. So honestly, everybody would say, if if the reason why I'm doing it is because I don't expect anything, then the most obvious answer is answer B, where Jesus has never said anything about this is what you have to do to attain heaven, and you're just helping this old man do this apparently stupid and insignificant thing just for the sake of it, just so you want to help this person, just to help this person do what he in this case is an old man thinks that he needs to do. Okay, you're helping him without a reason, without expecting anything. But in the first scenario, where Jesus has said, okay, you need to do this, and then you going and helping this person, has an incentive to back it up, even if you don't accept it, even if you say no, I don't want it, but still you're getting rewarded. So it is not as if it's coming out of your pocket by going out and helping this person. Okay, you are being compensated for your time. All right, so then there's no reason for you to worry about helping that person. So I believe all of us will now agree that it is in the second scenario B, where there is no incentive, where there is no reward, and you still choose to help the person to do something that you yourself deem stupid and not needed, but still you help that person just to put a smile on that person's face. That is you doing good. Okay, that is you doing good. But can anyone who believe in God, can anyone who believe in any faith for that matter, honestly say that whatever they do and whatever good they do, okay, be it alms givings, be it giving gifts for Christmas, be it being a good person and teaching children about God and all these things, whatever the fuck it is that you do, alright, can you honestly say that you are doing it without any expectation? The answer is no. The answer is no. You cannot say that. There's no reason for you to say that. And even if your answer is that, it is still not that, because you're being rewarded. Alright? Because you're being rewarded. Now, if you were not rewarded, then of course you could have made the case, yeah, I'm not doing this for expecting anything and I'm not getting anything in return. But by saying no, you do not expect anything, and then also getting the incentive for it, is not correct, is not right. And that is the motivator, either direct or indirect. So honestly, if there's any genuinely good person in this fucking planet, alright, who's actually doing good for the sake of doing good, who's actually doing good in the purest form of being good, without any expectation in return, just because they want to be a good person, just because they feel good doing something good. Okay, if there's a person like that, then I believe that is from the group who do not believe in any religion or in any version of God, heaven, hell, whatever the fuck it is. Okay. Why do I say that? Okay, this is not me glorifying myself. Even I don't do that, and I'm honest enough to accept it. All right, which most of the fucks who are listening are not. All right, so what is it? What is this? Non-believers are the true or the correct, the good guys. What do I mean? Because we don't expect anything in return. Like, for example, if I'm on the road, all right, and I stop at a traffic light. I see all these beggars come, all right, and then they come to me and they say they haven't eaten and they need some money, all right. Okay, I'll reach out to my pocket and give it to them, give 20 rupees to them. I know for a fact that this little motherfucker is going to collect about 60 to 100 rupees and then turn around and go back to a shop and buy himself some cigarettes, right? I know for a fact, I've seen the guy. Okay, I've seen the guy use the exact 100 rupee note that I gave to buy cigarettes because there was some doodle on it, and I remember the note that I gave him. I saw the bugger at a shop, I was there, and it was the exact same note that I gave him that he gave to the shop to buy cigarettes. So I know for a fact that this guy is going to be busting this shit out. Alright? But still, I gave it to him. It's up to him to do whatever the fuck he wants with it. Right? So I gave it to him. Now, I don't believe in any God. I don't subscribe to any faith like that. Alright? I don't believe in heaven. I don't have any faith in hell also. Okay? So there's no incentive for me to do good or not to do good, and there's no incentive for me to be evil also, right? So if I'm doing something good, that is genuinely just out of my heart, and the only reason why I can say that is because I am not compensated for it. Like, yeah, that person might tell me, okay, God bless you for this money that you gave me, or else might say, okay, bright future ahead of you. His words, they mean a lot to me. Yeah, true, it puts a smile on my face. Yeah, but other than that surface level like pandering, I don't receive anything. I do not get anything other than the self satisfaction, of course, but rather than that, I don't get anything. Like, there's no expectation in me or for myself that because I did so that I will get this. There's nothing. But imagine the same scenario where it is someone who believes, it is someone who has a religion to prescribe to. Okay, when that happens, uh, they they can't say that anymore. They can't say that anymore because they have a reason as to why they are doing so. They have a reason as to why they do what they do. They have something compensated for them. They have an incentive, even if they don't accept it. Okay, so you can't use the word genuine in that instance if you have something getting into your accounts. All right, so it's like, these billionaires, they give out a lot of money, but they just can't stop talking about it. So what does that do? That generates more money. So what's the point of giving this money if you're going to make more than like triple and quadruple amounts of it in the next hour just by PR? So are you actually genuinely good? No. No, you're not. And I should also say this now, when it comes to Christians and Catholics and all these people, all those who believe in Jesus, all right. So Jesus himself said, no, not Jesus actually, it was God. So I think Muslims also fall into this category. So that is when God says, when you do good, you should do it in such a way that if you're doing it using your right arm, your left arm shouldn't know about it. Okay, so do good in secrecy. Don't like brag about it. Don't show it. Don't make a spectacle out of it. Do good because you actually want to do good. So Jesus himself said what I'm saying, but his followers don't do that. Okay, you don't do that. All right, you don't do that. When you do good, when you're giving, when it's an alms giving, or when it's a when it's a special occasion where you go out to a school and try to give the poor kids some books and some stationery, or when you visit a hospital and give do charity, all right, when you're doing charity, the whole church gets together, they make a big fuss about it, you take photos and videos and you upload it, you post it on your Instagrams, you post it on your Facebooks, you post it on your WhatsApps, you get likes, you get shares. So what the fuck? What the actual fuck? Same can be said about the Muslims also. Same thing. You whatever. So you do all, like, you do all these good things. You fast. You don't eat meat for the 40 days, and then during that time you pick a family, you buy them clothes, you give them food, you buy presents for the children, you buy books, you do all these good things, all right, you do all these good things, and all that because the rules say so, all that because you expect something to come out of it, and that is to go somewhere better, all right. That is selfish. That belief, that conclusion that you come to is so self-centric, all right. Even the books that you believe, you prescribe to, do not say that to be done, and yet you do, and somehow you are good, and I have to believe you. Like how? Like, in what universe should that be the truth? In what universe should I say, oh yes, that makes fucking sense? In what universe? I don't know, bro. I really don't know. I really don't know. Alright. So, think about it. Think about all these things. Alright. If you are a genuinely good person, then you shouldn't be believing in any sort of heaven or hell, in any version of it. Alright. Because if you do so, then you cannot do good. Then you're just collecting rewards. You're just leveling up. You're just collecting XP, rather. Alright. In order to pass to the next level. Alright. And that is like, even in that scenario, even in the example that I just gave you, where it is a game reference, alright. When you're just going after XP, you don't do the missions that that sort of pushes the story. You do the missions based on your objective, and your objective is to expand into the next level, and therefore that is all you focus upon. You lose a huge chunk of the story element, and somehow you justify it. Yeah, yeah, still, yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's that's so fucking stupid and dumb. You shouldn't do that. Okay. And just like you shouldn't do that in a game, you shouldn't do that in your life too. Like, help people, that is okay. All right. Be the light to someone's life, that is okay. That is expected of you. That is the human nature. That is how we have come to where we are. All right. So don't throw away your humanity, or else don't degrade your humanity just because you want to go to a better place. Right. Being good is something that is inherent to us. Being good is something that is conscious to us. All right. Don't make it seem as if the only reason why you're doing good is because you get something in return. All right. Try your best to forget that part about your religion. Okay. Try your best to forget that part about your religion. And I've been living the best version of my life, the best I've ever felt, is because I know what I do has nothing to do with what I get. I know that no amount of things, good or bad, that I do will in any way change my fate, because it is not up to me to decide, and it is not up to me to change or do anything. It is not malleable. All right. So I don't get anything, and I don't expect anything, and I don't want anything either, and I never did. Even during the times that I was a believer, I was believing, being genuinely good was never my priorities, was never part of my life. And even to this day, I don't call myself a good person because I do a lot of bad shit. Alright, I am in some ways very rude. I am in some ways very evil. Alright, I never keep myself or push myself up on a pedestal. I don't. Alright, I don't. And I don't expect anyone to think of me that way just because of something that I do also. I want them to totally understand me and see where I'm coming from and then judge me based on that. And if you find me to be evil, no problem. That's your version of me. If you find me to be good, no problem. That is your version of me. Whatever it is, I have no reason to live up to your expectations. I live up to my own expectations, and I'm quite happy with that, with what I am, with who I am. And I don't want to put on this pandering facade for any fucking reason, for any fucking person, and for any fucking god in that matter too. Right? If the gods do actually believe that I am a good and morally just person because of the things that I have done, because of the good that I have done, then okay, no problem. You do you. Right? I have nothing to give you guys, and I have nothing to ask from you also. Right? Okay. And in the same way, uh, it shouldn't be for you guys, because most of you go out in the expectation or else in the understanding of I'm going to do good this today. All right, you wake up and you think, okay, I'm going to do something good. All right, most people, like most believers, they are either seasonal. Like goodness is like a switch that turns on seasonally. When the Lenten season comes, when charity season begins in your faith, in whatever reason. So Jesus goes on a 40-day feast. So it is what is it? It's Eid, right? Eid in Islam. So whatever it is, right? You start doing these alms givings and these charity events, right? So for that season you're a good person, for that season you're a morally just person, but in every other season you're a fucking horrible human being. Like, what's the fucking point? Why put on a facade like that? Why do you want to like lie to yourself like that? Like, what is the example that you're giving to your children? And imagine like how in your face of an example that is, and still we don't pick up on that. Still somehow we believe, no, that is the right way to live our lives, and we fight for it. Our children also grow up and fight for it. Think how stupid we have to be to believe that that is how we all have to be. Fucking insane. Okay. Those who have no power and those who have no weapons but still stand up for what is right in the face of injustice, those are the actual true heroes. Superman is a hero, yes, but he's not a genuine hero. He knows that 99.999% of anything that happens in this world cannot harm him. So there's no genuine goodness that comes out of him or that is inherently in him when he jumps in front of a gun. and a shot being fired. Like, that's nothing. Now imagine there's a kryptonite bullet, and this person is going to shoot, and Superman still chooses to jump in front and gets hit by it and dies. Now he's a hero. He knew he was going to die. He knew the stakes, and yet he chose to be good instead of choosing himself and being alive. Okay, he's just. He's morally good. He's not well, what you call it. That wasn't the most logical thing that he could have done, but still, he's a hero. Okay, so in order for him to become a hero in that moment, it had to be a kryptonite bullet, and it had to kill him. It had to be a shot to his head, and he had to die. Like, that's the end of Superman. He cannot be revived, he cannot be resurrected. There's nothing you can do. He's dead, he's gone. Now it's time for Superboy. Right? That is the only scenario where Superman will be a good person. Okay. So just like that, imagine if that's what Superman have to do, then what you have to do should be on par with it, right? So you're a regular human being. Okay, you can't do anything that Superman can do. So then what you can do is expect nothing. Expect nothing, not even heaven. Not even heaven. Okay. Most people go out thinking that. Most people go out when they do good, they say, okay, I'm doing good, this person feels good because of me. He's okay now, he's praising me, I feel happy, he feels happy, all good. Okay. And then you come back and you say, okay, you think to yourself, well, I've done some good, I think I've done enough, I'll go to a better place. You know it. There's no scenario where you don't. Subconsciously you know that what you're doing is being rewarded. What you're doing is being captured, is being put into the ledger books of your goods and bads. You know that you will fall in the naughty or nice list, and in the nice side of the list. You know Santa will come and visit you this time because you have done 5 good things each day for the past 6 months. Okay. So from a small day itself, like from younger times itself, we have been incentivized to do so. So we are programmed to do good and to expect something in return. So we're just fucking robots who are programmed to do good. If you can defy your program and still do good, that is a different story. That is something that is commendable. But it is not, right? We don't break out from the program. We stick in the program. We stay in the program and do it through the program, where what we do is captured and incentivized. And somehow we still say we don't expect anything. No one can honestly say that. So that's my 2 cents on it, and that's how I see being good. And the same can be flipped upside down to being evil also. You cannot call someone genuinely evil who expects something in return, right? So there's yeah just yeah that's it. That's all I have to say on this topic. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you have any points that you want to talk about, just let me know. And yeah, see you on the next video. Bye.